Hi guys, to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. Today we're making a delicious side for the holiday table. We're going to make Greek-style lemony potatoes, but we're going to cut them Hasselback style. They're going to look really beautiful, elegant. They're going to be so easy to make. And if you need a potato dish, this is the one that you're going to want to make. Let's get started. So to cut the potatoes, first of all, the best kind of potatoes to use are either russet or gold because they bake nicely. They don't mush up while you're baking them. And before you start cutting, you're going to want to have either 2 skewers or chopsticks, or wooden spatulas would be perfect. You set them on the front and the back side of the potato. That's going to keep you from slicing all the way down because we're not doing potato chips or slices. You want it to hold its shape, but just to have that nice accordion type cut down. So you're just going to want to cut about a 1/4 inch thick slices, not all the way down, but almost. And these wooden spoons are going to help you do that. Then put the potatoes on a baking tray, and now we're going to make the dressing or the marinade for them. So we're going to start off with some grated garlic. Now, if you have fresh garlic cloves, go ahead and grate about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. I'm just going to take a teaspoon, maybe a little bit more, of this garlic that I grate and I keep in the freezer. There's a video on how to do this, and I'll post it up in the card section above. To that, I'm going to add about 1/4 cup or about 4 tablespoons of olive oil. And you can make these as lemony as you want. I like to go with at least 1/4 cup of lemon juice, but again, you're making them. You can put less, you can put a little more. So potatoes need lots of salt. I'm going to do 1½ teaspoons of salt, but control the salt and season to your liking. Then I'm also going to add some black pepper. Crushed red pepper flakes are optional. 2 heaping teaspoons of dried oregano, a little bit of cumin. And I'm also going to add about 1/2 cup of chicken stock. And I'm just going to mix this all up. This is going to add tons of flavor to the potatoes. So now we're just basically going to pour this over each potato. Try to open them up a little bit as you pour. And then I'm just going to add a sprig of rosemary to the pan. So now I'm going to cover it with a sheet of parchment, and then on top of that, we're going to do some aluminum foil. So the oven is preheated to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. These are going to go in and bake for 45 minutes covered. Then I'm going to go in and remove the foil and the parchment, and I'm going to let them cook for another 30 minutes or until they're nice and tender. If you insert a fork into the center, it should be ready. Once you go in and you take off the foil, take some of the juice and the liquid that's on the bottom and just pour it over the potatoes to kind of baste them. That way they get lots and lots of flavor while they're baking. I'll show you what they look like as soon as they're done. So the potatoes are ready. Now the only thing that you want to keep in mind is you're going to want to keep an eye on them. And if the sauce on the bottom starts to dry out, you can go in and add another 1/2 cup of the chicken stock. So that way there's more broth in there, and then you'll have like a little sauce at the end. You could add as much as you want depending on how much sauce you want in there. Don't go overboard because we're not turning this into a soup. But once the potatoes are fork tender, take them out and they're going to be ready to serve. It is time for the taste test. So much flavor, just the right amount of lemon. The rosemary has literally perfumed the potatoes. Everything is delicious. The garlic is just perfect in there. Perfect amount of salt. These are going to be very good for your holiday table. Impressive, easy to put together, and so delicious. I hope you guys give these a try. The recipe, as always, is underneath the description box down below with all the measurements, as well as on the website, dimitrasdishes.com. I hope you guys give this a try. If you want to try really delicious Thanksgiving menus, I wrote a few ebooks, and if you want to check them out, head on over to the website at dimitrasdishes.com to download them, and I will see you guys next time. Yes, Ess?